Hey guys, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're going to be taking a look at XRP today, seeing some possible bounce areas if we do end up going down more, and some possible targets for the upside. As you can see, we're actually at 19 cents right now and up 1.43% for the day. So as you know, I'm very excited for 2020 for XRP, so we're going to be seeing those targets and analyzing some possible areas of interest for me. Now, I'm going to remind you guys of the video that we made a few weeks ago. Looking at this, we were basically in this falling wedge. We're going to talk about this in the video as well, but as you can see here, this is what I wanted to show you guys, the accumulation distribution basically indicator. So what you can see here is we finally broke this resistance, the red line that we have here, and we have actually broken it with force, and we are going up a lot here. And this is basically the distribution and accumulation for XRP. Now, as you can see, as many people say, people aren't accumulating XRP, they actually are, and this actually proves it right here. They are accumulating it at a very heavy rate here, and we're just riding this trend line to basically the moon right now, and we haven't actually broken it. This is a valid trend line. This is a resistance in the red that we didn't break for a very long time, so but definitely keep that in mind. If you didn't watch that video, go ahead and watch that video as well. We're going to have a look at the charts now, and I'm going to talk about some stuff. Now I wanted to show you this firstly. So we basically had this correction. We'll get rid of everything so we can redo it. We basically have this correction that we are doing from the high that we made at 3.5 and all the way down, so around 95% right now, a little bit less than that actually. And going back to the past price action history, what happened here, we basically, if we take the bottom of this correct or the top of this and bring it to the bottom, we would basically, okay, that's not it. Let's go here. So taking the top of that and bring it down here, that's around 98% right there. And I want you guys to keep that in mind. We're basically really close to finishing the correction is what I want to be, is what I'm basically referring to. And that's 98%, and right here we have 95%. So we've got a few more percentages to go. Now, what you guys do need to understand with XRP, if you hold XRP or if you don't, if you're thinking of trading XRP, you basically need to understand that XRP in every single correction goes down a little bit more than the last correction, but then every single time the upside movement is drastically increased, basically every single time. So that is something to keep in mind, guys. We're basically at that 98%, so we've got 3% more to go, and the correction may come down a little bit more, but it's nothing to be scared of. For me personally, at 19 cents, 18 cents, 17 cents, like we've gotten to recently, that's a great buy for XRP, for me personally. Now, it may not be for you, but I will definitely be accumulating XRP at these levels. Now, keep in mind that people are accumulating XRP like I showed you at the start of the video, and keep in mind that we're very close to that first correction that we had, to that percentage of the first correction that we had. So looking at the charts, we've just going to draw this falling wedge basically, and we've been in this for a very long time. Assets can stay in this for months or years, but I don't believe that this is the case here. But drawing it quickly, we're going to do a little rough drawing of it. So we've been in this falling wedge. Now, if you follow us in the group, you would know that we have some lower targets that we're going to be looking to accumulate XRP. We accumulated some XRP at the 17 cent mark, at the 18 cent mark as well. And for me personally, I'm going to be accumulating more and more because I'm very excited for 2020, and I do believe that we're going to be seeing very, very heavy movements up. Now, if this correction does come down a little bit more, let's do that percentage again. So let's see from here. Let's say we come down to around our lowest target of 14 cents. Now, I'm not saying that it will go to 14 cents, but I'm just, so let's go to about 14.3. That's about 95%, guys. So as you can see, it's basically the exact same as the last correction I just showed you. Now, that is very exciting stuff in my opinion. So that basically comes down to our targets of 14.5 cents, which we have some targets, but we're going to be accumulating XRP before that, as we have been. Now, if we look at this falling wedge, we come down 15 cents. Let's say we bounce from there. Let's say we keep going down to there and we bounce from there. Now, let's look at this, 14.8. So that basically lines up with our target as well. So we can just trickle down or even bounce around here and trickle down to this area before bouncing up. Now, what we want to see with XRP is basically Bitcoin and all the other coins basically to start moving, especially Bitcoin. We want to see the market move as a whole. So we are in a bear market right now. All the moving averages, if we get all the moving averages up here, all the moving averages are in negative standing, and they are basically pointing down, which is what happens in a bear market. Now, a bear market is nothing bad. It just gives you guys basically opportunity to accumulate more coins and the coins that you like and believe in. And this is exactly what I'm going to be doing with XRP. This is exactly what I'm doing with Bitcoin as well. But you don't just buy because you think it is cheap. So people buying at 50 cents, people buying at 30 cents. Now, it will obviously surpass that at a certain time. So don't worry if you did buy it, but let that be a lesson to you to basically just wait for the correction and wait to buy it even cheaper so you can make even more money. And this is very exciting stuff. We have actually bounced off the support. We talked about this in the group, and we actually took some longs and purchased some XRP down here. We're going to be looking at now, look at where the S3 falls. The S3 falls at 12.5 cents. Now, I don't believe we're going to get that low. I do believe that we're going to get to this high confluence area of around 14 cents. That is the lowest that I believe will go, and also our first targets to start accumulating some is in these areas. So obviously we have started accumulating, but looking at this is a very high area of confluence. Now remember what I said, XRP corrects more every single time. In every single correction it corrects more, so a few percentages more or a little bit more, and in every single run up it goes up even more. So we've analyzed this in the streams, we've analyzed this in the videos, and you can go to the past videos as well. But what you can see here is that we're basically going to be, let's say we go down, instead of 98% like we saw at the start, let's say we go down even a little bit more than that. Let's say we even go down 100%. And that will mean that the next bull run will be even more than that. So that is why it is so exciting, guys, and that is why you guys should definitely not be taking this coin lightly. Now, I know if you're probably watching this video, you aren't taking it lightly, and I know a lot of people hate XRP, but I'm definitely not one of those. A lot of people say that people aren't accumulating this coin, which they definitely are. It's definitely one of the better coins and has one of the most backings in the market, which means that it's going to be around for a very long time, whether people want to believe it or not. So that is why I keep making XRP videos. That is why I like XRP, and that is why I like coins like Chainlink and stuff like that, because I do believe in their projects. So I will be accumulating XRP. I am accumulating XRP, and I do believe these are something. This is something to basically pay attention to. Now, let's say we even trickle down more. Look at where the bottom of that wedge is. It's 14 cents. Now, this wedge can get extended, but we're definitely going to have rallies in between these. So definitely keep that in mind, guys. The RSI is oversold here and coming to the upside. If you want an in-depth analysis on the indicators and the actual price action, go ahead and check the past videos. Now, looking at the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame is looking a little bit bearish as well, but just like any other coin, we are in a bear market right now. Just like any other coin in cryptocurrency right now, we are in a bear market, except Chainlink is looking a little bit good, but it's about to lose that as well. So if we do get the entire market to start moving before the Bitcoin halving, I do believe that we're going to see some very, very nice movements from the XRP. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys, in case you're basically new to technical analysis and haven't been in this for a very long time, something that I was talking about in stream today as well, just nothing really related to this video, obviously to XRP as well, but I wanted to just show you guys this. So this is one of the most brainless ways of trading. I was showing examples of it in Bitcoin, and the examples of it on Bitcoin are even better, but XRP is the exact same. So if you're holding XRP, there's no point of just holding it unless you don't really care about it, unless you're not a trader. But if you do hold XRP and you do want to trade it, you could be shorting the market and you could be making even more XRP. That's what we do with the group. So that is what we do, and that is just a way to make money while you have these opportunities and while you have the coin. Why not make money while you have it? So like right here it's just a little tip if you guys are new to technical analysis. This is called a bearish cross. So the red is the 10 simple moving average, and the 21 exponential moving average is actually the orange. Now, what can you notice here? The 10 crosses down on the 21 exponential moving average, which means that that is a bearish cross. When the lower term moving average crosses below the longer term moving average, that is a bearish cross. Now, what happens here? We actually get this bearish cross, and we basically see this fake out, but we come down eventually. Now we get a bullish cross here, but it's a fake out, and we get a bearish cross. So what you're supposed to do is short the market here and say that it's going down. And obviously you don't use high leverage, so you don't get absolutely wrecked. But if we use this example, which is even better, very brainless way of trading, you see this basically fake out and then cross back down and give us a bearish cross. And you would have basically placed a short here. Let's say you got in at 45 cents and you wrote it down to let's say 27 cents. Now, how much profits would that have been? That would have been a very, very nice around 42% profit. Let's say you were on 2 times or 3 times 3x leverage, so you were being safe, so you didn't get liquidated. That's a lot of, on 2 times, that's like over 80%. So keep that in mind, guys. If you basically longed it here, you would have still got a very good long. You didn't have to catch the top. Let's say you longed it on that bullish cross, so the 10 moving above the 21, which is a bullish cross, 51%, over 100% on 2 times 2x leverage. Now, if you shorted it here, like we talked about in the group and like we basically have done, is 44% right now. So on 2 times leverage, over 80%. That is very, very good gains, guys. It's a very little tip that I want to give you guys just to add it to this video. It's a very brainless way of trading, and it basically gives you very, very good gains. But unless you're in leverage already, I would recommend watching some of my videos, learning some stuff, and not going in it absolutely clueless, because you will lose a lot of money. But if you do hold XRP and if you are interested in trading, then it's a great way to make some money. So I'm definitely excited for XRP for 2020. This is the second video I've made today, so I'm a little bit tired, so I'm sorry if the quality isn't as good, but I do hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you had a perfect and amazing holiday of Christmas, and I hope you have an amazing New Year's. So I thank you guys for watching, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel and like the video if you did enjoy the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.